Hi guys, it's Chrissy with Chrissy's Divine Design Tarot, and today we are doing the past, the present, and the future coming up for you. And we're going to do this for the next month. So we'll see what the past is for you, what's going on right now, and then this will be for the following month coming up for you, and we'll see how that shows up for you. All right, let's get started. And this is for any of the zodiac signs may resonate with this. So collective, let's see who this is for. Now I want to say that you should look at your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs on your natal chart to kind of know where you're at for astrology if you want to find out a bit about that. So let's just see what's coming through. I might bring in the astrology cards, but we'll see. All right, so we have Ten of Swords, or Ten of Wands. There might be some burdens starting to stack up for you in the past here. You may have been obligated to certain people. Maybe there was some type of success at a price or some deadlines you had to deal with, but there was a burden here or some pressure that was starting to build that you were trying to carry all on your own. And of course, now that was in the reverse. So I do want to say if that was the case, then it looks like maybe you were just tired of carrying everybody else's shit. Now, I mean, maybe this had a breaking point for you in the past, and you were just like, no, not going to do this anymore. Time to walk away. Everybody has a limit. Let's just put that out there. Especially if it's over and over and over as a karmic cycle going around and around and around. And the same things just keep happening over and over again that you're having to deal with. Everybody has a breaking point when it comes to that. And it looks like that was the case for you. You were done with it, I feel. All right. Yeah, somebody was definitely disrupting this balance that you may have been trying to deal with. You may have been making somebody a priority, but I feel like they may have been juggling you. And the King of Swords here, their communication wasn't the greatest here. And your person didn't even have their sword at that time. So I almost feel like there was some type of discipline that needed to be had here. There may have been some cold behavior or some type of manipulation here. Uh, I almost feel like this was sort of lies, even though it's in the upright. Without the sword of truth, I feel like there was a gray area there. You walked away for your own salvation. This, whatever this was killing you. It was killing your spirit. It was killing who you were. I feel like you may were lost on who you were anymore. You were becoming what this person wanted you to be instead of being who you are and having them accept you for who you are. Let's just see here. Okay, so there's a chance that there's going to be a big celebration here and be recognized for this win for walking away from this person. Um, I feel like uh, publicly everybody may known about this that you needed to walk away. But I feel like this is a false sense of this, like almost like the tables were turned here for some reason. And instead of you getting the recognition for walking away from somebody doing something to you, it was almost like they put it on you. Maybe it was because you didn't comply with what they wanted you to do. Maybe you warned them and warned them and warned them and gave them ample opportunities to change this cycle of doing the same thing to you. And I feel like you may have just had enough yeah, you left this person out in the cold. You just said, nah, yeah, you may have been the loyal one as the dog, and you maybe had to leave that person. You there was yeah, there was so much lacking here. Um, I feel like this was a major hard struggle to walk away. Um, I feel like this was playing on some insecurities on you. Um, there was always this ongoing challenge or hardship that you had to endure from this person. And it may have been for years. Let's just see here. Yeah, you may have needed to learn patience. Maybe this person was able to provoke you emotionally, and you needed to learn how to be that calm, cool, and collected, and be in flow of things, and not be so reactive to this person. Yeah, they just kept drinking from your cup until nothing was left. I feel like this this was just inedible. This was inevitable, and you know what I'm saying. This was bound to happen. Okay, so with that, there was just you had to abandon this. It was an unhealthy situation. There was this need to escape this for your own self-preservation. I'm seeing 111 on the clock. Ah, yeah. You feel like were a fool for even doing this. I mean, the dog's even warning you, there's a ledge, you're gonna jump. And it may have even been about just ending, even for you. I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of people think that way, or feel like they have no other way of things. And it may have been that you felt if you didn't leave, that's what was going to happen, is that you were just you couldn't do it anymore. You didn't want to be there. Um, like you had no other way out. And I feel like with this, you really felt foolish, but don't be so hard on yourself, especially if love was involved. And I feel like with no love coming in here, other than the love for self to escape, uh, you may have felt like why they didn't even love me enough here. They didn't love me. That's not what love is. Page of Pentacles. So you may have thought about this here. I'm getting like you may have figured out a way to grow your own money independently, how to be finding yourself again, finding this lesson, realizing it's a lesson that you needed to probably leave a lot sooner. But it got to a point where you just couldn't see any other way of it. I feel like there's some ambition behind this to kind of maybe everybody thought you were some kind of uh, I don't know. I want to use a certain word, but like you, how do I put that? Well, I'll just say it. A lot of people maybe thought you were a fuck up, like you were not going to amount to anything. Maybe even people talking about it as you are this. It was almost like I'm getting this. I don't know, I'm getting that craziness. Trying to make you feel like you were going crazy or that you were crazy for thinking that this person was stepping out on you. And they were doing it over and over and over and over. I mean, enough for 10 wands to come up. I mean, that's a lot to carry, and no wonder you crumbled under all of the pressure. I'm sure you felt that every time that person walked out the door, they were going to see someone else. And sometimes they may have even argued with you just to be able to leave and have a reason to leave because they didn't have any other reasons to leave at night to go see this person and spend the night with them. So I feel like there was creative ways of manipulating you into reacting to whatever they were saying, trying to fight with you when there was no reason to fight with you. And you may not have even taken the bait on it, and they still managed to have a reason to leave or felt they could just leave. And maybe you were just going to have to deal with that. I don't know why that's coming up, but let's just see about that. Yeah, something you need to decide very soon about what you want. so that it comes back in for you. Or you may have kind of been thinking about the past here. You need to kind of get back on track of what you do want to happen, not what did happen. And you may be still, I feel like there may have been some trauma here from this, almost like a mental breakdown of you as a person. Um, Your mind, body, and soul is what I'm getting here. You may have made the effort, but that other person sure didn't. And I feel like that was, you need to decide what you do want and not what you don't want. Otherwise, that's what's going to come forward. So I'm just going to take this here because I do want to find out for the next one for the present time right now. So that may have been what's happened in the past. So let's just have a take peek of what may be going on right now at this point in your life. Let's see what shows up. All right, there's those burdens again. You're still hanging on to the past, and it's at full capacity here. It's like you have not let this go. With the 10 there, it's time. Yeah, you may have been very generous with your time and effort. You may have felt like you were lucky, but really, they should have felt they were lucky to be with you. It was always supposed to be you as the lucky one. You were always the lucky one. I feel like it became about them instead of it being about you, and it needed to be about you. They never looked at it that way. It was always about what they wanted first, and nothing it was supposed to be a compromise. You may have been high school sweethearts here. You're still hanging on to this. You're still a sweetheart. You might even be a Capricorn, or this, you had a lot of passion for this. I feel like your heart's desire really was to be with this person. Yeah, you're not communicating with them at this point. Um, However, if that's what they were doing in the past, why would you want to go back to something like that now? Let that go so something new can come in. All right, there is a new passionate beginning and a lot of love here. Wow. And there's doing the right thing. This is going to be somebody that's going to do the right things, and they're going to take you into account. I feel like this is something you've been waiting for. And I feel like you're not communicating with this person. I feel like you refuse to even want anything to do with this person anymore. Yet you're still struggling to let this go. I feel like with this, they may want to talk to you. Maybe you had to have a talk about finances. Maybe this was where you divvied up things. Maybe you got divorced. Maybe you had a legal separation. I don't know. Whatever happened there happened. But here, there's good things coming. It needs to be clearly decided on what you want. When you keep going back and forth to what you are wanting for yourself, it doesn't come in. Sorry about that. The cat had to come in. He wanted it back in. All right, one more round here. Ooh, are you going to drive this person away? They may have been single. Maybe you argument. Okay, I'm kind of getting here. Maybe you didn't feel they were single, or maybe you were a little afraid of this person coming in. It's almost like you walked away before there may have even been arguments here. Who this new passionate beginning with potential, a lot of love here. You may have been their karma. I feel like you walked away from somebody here. They wanted to stay single, is what I'm getting. They did not want to commit. They did not want to commit to this. There was arguments here about them being in a single be or acting like they were single, even though they're saying different things to you. I almost feel like this is somebody love bombing you. This could be this past person, but I feel like this is something new. Oh wow, you really don't have a lot of luck here. Oh, when it comes to love. Oh, wow. Okay. So this kind of popped out before I could move on. So we'll take it. There is Ace of Cups here. Looks like you're getting some material wealth for yourself. So you may be doing your independent financial independence here, material. Yeah, you're still suffering from a broken heart. Somebody who truly broke your heart in pieces. I'm getting like you may have been afraid to love anyone, but when somebody's not willing to commit to you, you're not going to have any part of that. And I feel like you really did want to love somebody here, and you started loving maybe self here, even though you still suffer from a broken heart. Yeah, but you are confident. You're gaining your confidence back. I like this. You're very attractive. And it you may be able to get a lot of people interested. You might feel like they could line up for you. However, you're not going after anybody. It's like you're not really doing that. You're going after your own path here. I feel like you're starting to love self here. I like this. You're building your own confidence. You're a little fiery and determined. You're getting that self-assurance back to who you are. I feel like you're very almost determined to do what you need to do for you now, and nobody else is really going to do this. So even if love comes in, you still are suffering from a broken heart. Now, let's just see. Maybe you're not willing to love anybody at this point. You're not willing to have anyone else break your heart. And I don't feel like you've given up on love. I just feel like you're just kind of going, if it comes in, it comes in. If it doesn't, big deal. I'm not out there looking for it because it doesn't matter either way. I'm just doing me. And maybe you've never done that before. So maybe you got to know somebody here or you wanted to. Oh, engagement and giving it a chance. But I feel like there's still something hindering here. Even now, there needs to be some wounding that needs to be let go of here. What's on the bottom of the deck? Oh, you may still be hanging on to this idea of reconciling with this person. Now, this may not be the same person. This might be somebody else from your past. Maybe you're just friends with them, but they want to reconcile with you. It could be the same person, but I feel like you're doing you. You may know this, but you may have kiboshed this, or they may come back around. Let's see what happens in the future here when it comes to this situation about love. There's definitely something keeping this from moving forward for you. So I'd like to see it come through, coming up for you, and just clearly decide what you want for yourself. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, you're kind of being stuck, even though you can get out. It's almost like it's toilet paper wrapped around you and it's quite easy to get out of it, but you are feeling like you're keeping yourself there. Someone might come in to help you with this and let you or work through this, letting go of these burdens and only carrying your own one. I feel like this might be something you're learning on your own, even. I don't feel like anyone has to come in for this. I feel like you know that you're keeping yourself stuck. You know you're still carrying that torch for that person, and now you might be letting all the torches fall or the wands fall here. Yeah, you might be dumping out their cup now. And I feel like you may be reflecting on them dumping out your cup, or maybe you're just not going to even deal with their cup. There's no blessing, I feel, or they may have dumped out the last cup, that the last straw I'm getting on this. It's almost like they're not allowed to come back around. It's almost like you already know who can come with you and who cannot. Yeah, you're working on your own craft. whatever your craft is, what is your craft, right? What's your craft? Well, whatever it is, you're going to stand above the rest when it comes to this work. It looks like you have a good go of it. Yeah, you're going to have some victory in this. And this might be something that you're hoping will happen is that you think I'm a fuck up. Well, look now, and it's you're doing it for you and for your own life, and it's not about being recognized by it, but no one else can help but see you doing well, and they may have realized that it was never you that was the fuck up. Okay, you may have been the black sheep of the family or felt like you couldn't relate to your family in some way, shape, or form. I'm almost feeling like you really is like, I want to go home, but you're really not my family. Like you're not, I don't feel a connection. Like you all seem to be connected, but when it comes to you, it's almost like there's a disconnect there, or it's almost like, um, is this really my family? Like, um, you might have a really good relationship with your family, but I feel like there's a disconnect with somebody in your family that you maybe have a hard time um, navigating around. Let's just see. You're going to use your intuition. I like this. There might even be some sacred knowledge. Yeah. You're going to, you know what I'm getting? I'm getting that you have figured out this, and this is kind of, um, I don't tell a lot of people about this, but for this reading I'm going to, I feel like you have already looked at this spell, and it's just saying the words aloud that you will never have somebody do a trick on you again. You will always see um, any, you're not going to be the fool. Let's put it that way. Any trick, you're going to see through it. Okay. So, with the intuition here on the shady ass behavior, you're going to always see it ahead of time, or you're going to see it as it's happening and pick up on it and confront that then. Yeah, you're not going to be the fool again. And you're not going to jump off any cliff where you feel there's anything of shady ass behavior whatsoever. You see it. Yeah. You're not giving up on, no, you still see the cups there. So you're not giving up on love, but you may not be actively looking for love. You may want love. You may be manifesting love for yourself, but it's got to be the right person at the right time. And it's like, you're just kind of doing life and not really worrying about love so much. There might be somebody that will talk to you about something here. Might start off about maybe finances. Yeah. How you may have gotten your financial wealth, or what you're doing to get this wealth, what you do for a living, or something like that. Might start off that way. You really don't let a lot of people in. You really don't. You've been wounded before over and over and over, so many wands, but this person might help you break this wall down. They might be trying to get within the wall of your realm, of your moat, if you will, your wall that you've created, and they're able to get into the wall to help you break this wall down a bit. Yeah, it might be a little unnerving to you. Like, I'm not gonna lie. This might be something of a holy shit factor, really, because I feel like with this, I mean, especially with the tower, it may be all of a sudden for you. Like, Diane, it's going to be surprising to you that this person is trying to get into your inner circle or inner thoughts. They may even want to give you some loving words. First, they may talk about finances and what you do for, and then they may talk some loving words, which might be very surprising to you. You might be like, "Who are you? Like, do I know you? Like, what?" You're uncertain about this, but you're seeing through whatever this person is. Maybe before, when it came to uncertainty within this here, you couldn't see the figure walking up. You couldn't see the tricks that were being played. Now is a different story. You may be still in a little bit uncertain, but you're seeing what you need to see when it comes to this person. Wow, they're as your counterpart. Like, dang. Queen and King of Pentacles. Right from the beginning here, I feel like this was something that was orchestrated to come through here. And it's like you're seeing it clearly here. Yeah, this person's willing to fight for you. Like, they may be somebody that's not aggressive, but they may be willing to be assertive when it comes to you and insert themselves into your life. Um, and you might be a little, I'm not going to lie, maybe you are a little bit apprehensive, or you're not really showing too much love towards people, or not approachable, or maybe people know that you're not you can't just go up and say, "Yeah, let's get together." And you're like, "No, I'm pretty choosy here. No, you can go now." Where you may not be very inviting to somebody else coming in here. Wow, magician. Okay, okay. Looks like somebody wants to invest here. You might have a lot of bounty coming in here with the Seven of Pentacles. Like, this is steady growth of investing or a long-term outlook on something here. You're putting your money away, your hard work's paying off here. And would you look at that? Somebody that knows the lay of the land or knows how to make their own pentacles is coming in. And it may have been better late than never, is what I'm getting. All right. So you may change your outlook when it comes to this person. Yeah, they may be actually emotionally available. What? Maybe you haven't had that before where somebody is wanting to give to you just as much as you want to give to them. And look at that. You are doing some healing here because this person is somebody that is emotionally available, is emotionally able to love you, perhaps the way that you're hoping to be loved. Yeah, this is interesting to me. This is the Nine of Swords, and it's like you are able to fight the demons off of whatever happened in the past. And it's not like you're putting it on this person. You're not projecting it onto someone else. You are dealing with your own demons and not putting it on anyone else, especially if it's not the one that did it in the first place. So let's see how you might feel about this whole situation of this person coming in. The truth, honest discussions, that will be a big plus for whoever I'm talking to at this point, because I feel like this is something you're like, wow, are you kidding me? Are you gaslighting me? Like, this is honest communication. Like, you're seeing through this, and this might be what's running in your mind. All right, this seems really great, but yeah, it's worth waiting for. This may be what you've been waiting for all of this time. Somebody who's going to be real and isn't going is actually in reality, isn't trying to put you in some kind of game or manipulation or try any psychology on you to try to get what they want from you and always taking from you. This is somebody that is actually straight up honest and wants that honesty between the two of you. This is something somebody wants to build with you. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So they may be having to separate. If you're not with anybody, they may have to separate from you to go back home, or they may not be able to stay. There's some form of separation here. Wow, this is a romance of a lifetime. You may have felt some type of, uh, maybe you're not together yet. Like, this is worth waiting for. This is somebody that's going to be true to you. And maybe you haven't found them yet. Maybe there's a separation between the two of you at this point. but this is your true love. They haven't maybe come in yet. You need to stay optimistic. Yes, that's going to help bring them in. And your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So you may be looking for somebody that is able to accept the fact that you feel um, there is a higher power, or because I don't know why it is nowadays, but a lot of people don't believe anymore that there's something else, a source out there that's more than us, that is higher than us, that is kind of our, that, you know what I'm saying? Because not everybody believes in God per se, but a lot of people don't believe anymore. And whatever religion, right? They have no religion and they don't want to have a religion and they don't believe in any type of religion or any type of path, or they just feel like we're just here. And there's no religion I'm getting. They don't want to believe in, they may be atheists, is what I'm getting here. And that might be a hard thing for you. You might be like, well, I do believe. So as long as we aren't having conflicts because of what I believe in and what you believe in or don't believe in, then we'll get along just fine. Just don't cross that boundary of making me feel bad about believing or me making you feel bad for not believing, you know? So, wow. Looks like there has to be a letting of control issues here. And there looks like there may be a wedding in this, or there will be once this person comes in. I feel like this is going to be a true love situation where when your eyes meet with this person, this is like, wow, this is who I want to marry. And they may feel the same way. Okay, now there might be family issues based on your spirituality or whatever the case is. I feel like there is some form of issue, maybe to do with family. Maybe your family doesn't care for this person. Reconciliation is here. Now, this may not be who you're going to end up with. You may say no to this. This may have been somebody that wanted to marry you. You may have given them chance after chance, but I don't feel like you reconciled. I feel like you're still single up here. You haven't given up on love, but you're maybe sad about not reconciling with somebody here. However, whoever this is, there may be, maybe they don't get along with their family. Like I was feeling like they're like, maybe this wasn't you. Maybe this was your person. Maybe you both were having issues with your family about what you believe in, what you don't believe in, or that you just, is this really my family? Like, I can't connect here with my family. Or there's certain family members you can, but others that are like, are you sure I'm your kid? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just there, right? So let's just see a couple things. I just want three cards on this. Just three cards. I just saw three, 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 three. Okay, a thief in the horizon. The main mail. Okay. So there may be a main mail coming in for you, but it may be somebody that is taking from you or them uh, in and around this. So maybe family, maybe a separation from this person. Maybe this is somebody from your past coming back around that you've been separated from. Your true love. Maybe this is somebody from high school days. Maybe this is college days or whatever the case is. And there's a mature woman here. So you might have gone through a lot more things than someone else here with your maturity here. So you may be very mature for your age, or maybe you are older here. Maybe this is a sibling, or maybe this is a child of yours that isn't good to have around when it comes to something here. Yeah, they might keep you stuck. Now, this could be somebody from your past trying to come back in when this is coming around. Yeah, whatever this is a blessing. Whether family likes them or not, there's a blessing showing up here with this true love. Wow. Blessings upon blessings here when it comes to this true love. Yeah, this is a journey you're meant to go on. So, whether it's this main male or this main male is a thief that's kind of stopping this from coming in for this mature woman, I feel like there is blessings upon blessings in this journey. Yeah, there is concern here when it comes to this. Yeah, ascended masters might even be coming in with this concern to maybe discount somebody here, and it might be this past person, maybe somebody you had children with. This needs to change. This dynamic needs to change. Maybe you're still holding on to somebody way back here. Mature woman. This change has to happen for the mature woman. It's not the child that has to change, it's the mature woman. And maybe you aren't willing to because this is your child or this is your person's child. Um, yeah, I feel like it might have something to do with what you do for work or what you believe in here. Maybe so many blessings around you. Yeah, ascended masters. What do you want to say, ascended masters, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides to this person? There's some type of expectation here. Maybe a main female. What is this? There's a concern. Is this a couple here? Yeah, somebody in the family. These might be your children or your child and their husband or their child and maybe it's a grandchild. This is coming up for you in the distant horizon when it comes to a courtship. So somebody in your family might try to get in the way of this. What is this? There's a great fortune here, though, and some despair because of a child. There has to be there's thoughts, maybe the child is getting in the way of this union. Now, it might be not be your children. If you don't have children, obviously it's not. It may be their child. And if it's not their child, this may be a child you have that causes problems between you and your person. There's thoughts here, though, about this courtship. So somebody's thinking about you and coming in for you. So there, a lot can go wrong because of other people in your family. It doesn't matter what anybody else wants. It's about what you want and what you are wanting for self. Okay. No one can tell you what you should have in your heart. That is what you feel. And if it's a true love here for a courtship here, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It's about what you think and how you feel about it. So let's just see how is this going to pan out for you? Collective justice coming in, well-being, balance, spirit guide. You might have an animal spirit guide here. There's some type of karma coming in, or you're it's almost like this honesty here, this well-being with this person. You may have a spirit guide here. There is going to be a commitment here with this person. Somebody has a great fortune here. Okay, there is going to be a transformation. Maybe this is going to help you see something for in the future, and this may ring true for you about people in your family or people in their family that are trying to cause trouble between you and your new person. There's blessings all over this, more blessings, inspiration. This is going to be very inspirational to you and others. You already have some answers here, or you're going to get them from spirit or your spirit guide. And there's a good friendship between the two of you. Regarding this, you are going to have a home. You're going to buy a home together, perhaps. There's things that are going to happen here that are going to come together for you. I feel like It's all about listening to how you feel about things and discounting other people when it comes to love, not letting other people get in the way of this. Whether they like them or not, it's not up to them. If they really love you, they're gonna want to see you happy and see that you are with you being happy with this person. That's all that should matter to your person, to the people in your family. Okay. So that's all that should matter is that you're happy. And they shouldn't be the one to squash that. Your person may have braids, may have brown eyes, may be Australian or want to take you there. They may be short. They may have a skin condition. They may be mature. They may have dark skin or tan really well. uh, they may want to get you pregnant or have children with you. There's medium hair length or color. Somebody is tall here. We have younger than you. We have beard. We have a scar. We have makeup. Maybe you use makeup to cover the scars. Oh, muscular. You both might be fit here. Maybe you both go to the gym or both have a job that keeps you fit. We have piercings, could just be the ears. We have a woman and we have skinny. So definitely fit and keeping in shape and having that muscular, maybe abs or whatever. So yeah, this is what I have for you. So please like, share, and subscribe. Become part of the Divine Oracle Tribe if you haven't done so already, of course. And we would love to have you. I mean, really, I love the channel. I love the vibe for the people. And I love that you have all this ongoing support for me, which really does help the channel and helps me show up for you guys. So thank you for that. I appreciate you guys so much. And for all your donations, your super thanks, and of course, just watching the channel. You guys are awesome. All right, you guys, take care, stay blessed, and we'll see you next time. All right, later.